What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Deflector, a game that's been in early access for a little while. I missed it on the first release because it was just busy at the time, so I'm doubling back because I keep getting emails from people being like, bro, you got to check out this game. It's like a super awesome roguelike. And so we're going to do that here today. We're going to dive on into Deflector. From what I understand, I've played for about an hour and a half prior to this. This is a game where you are like a genetically engineered android, basically. You can incorporate DNA into your chains to accumulate different passives to do your build, and then the gameplay is very much a game about different colored bullets. It's got kind of an Ikaruga vibe to it. The game is presented isometrically. You're going to be fighting against other robots and things trying to dispel some like world-destroying virus or something like that, and you've got like a big giant boomerang that you can throw at I call it the Boomaglaive. It's like a giant boomerang thing you can throw at the enemy and it comes back. But the twist here is that you also have a shield that can bounce certain colors of bullets, and it can also bounce your Boomaglaive. So the game gets kind of like this reflective, bouncy sort of quality to it with lots of fast-paced movement that I think is actually going to get a lot of people hooked. So we're going to dive on to Deflector for about 25 minutes today, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If after watching this video you wanted to get involved with the early access, it's down below in the description. On top of that, you can also find a link to my Twitch stream and my Discord, just in case you wanted to swing through and hang out live. Whew, the spiel is all out of the way. Let's go ahead and play the game. Alright, so there are multiple characters you can play as. I haven't gotten all the characters yet. I just have the normal Boomaglaive guy. So I don't know if they play differently, if it's got kind of like a Risk of Rain 2 type thing going on, where every character has their own distinctive mechanics and builds that they're going for and their own talent trees. Maybe we'll unlock one here today, but I haven't gotten there yet. At the beginning of the game, you get to choose what kind of clone variant you want to be. You can be Alpha, which means that you gain range. Every time you deflect your Boomaglaive, it flies further and further out. There's also the Beta modification, which means that your boomerang has very, very little range, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more you deflect it, or you can get multi-glaive, which is my favorite. So as you can see, this is the game right here. We're a little android guy. We run around. We have a triangle for a head. We can throw a boomerang with left click. We can shield with right click. This is the hub that you're on in between runs. I don't know why the hub has like this, I don't know, James Bond thing going on all around it with like a camera lens or something like over here is where the metagame progression happens. Every single mob that you kill is going to give you DNA strands. You spend them over here to make the game easier by boosting your stats. This place right here allows you to unlock new genetic variants that you can have while you're in the middle of a run. And I'll explain how that system works in just a second. Over here, there's like some, I don't know what it is, but we can pet it, okay? I have no idea what it is, but you can pet it in the face. And so I try to pet it frequently. I don't pet it like a ton because it gets in the way of the overall mission directive, but I do pet it like a little bit. And then, of course, the portal that I just went through is the one that takes you into the game so that you can play. So at the beginning of every run, you're going to choose a starting DNA strand. This is like healing, this is damage, and I think blue is support. It tells you when you go to the menu right here. Oh, deflection skills. We've got lightning strike. Enemies that are hit by a deflective bullet have a chance to be struck by lightning, or we can make it so that our dash basically puts a tether on the ground and a laser attaches between you and the tether, and you can drag it around in order to like deal damage to enemies. I just unlocked the lightning strike, so I want to try that out. And this is the DNA menu right here. Basically, every single DNA that you slot on in, it has little lines that allow it to connect in different directions, sort of like Tetris style. And these are nodes, and these nodes basically just go on forever. And every time you incorporate one of these nodes into your DNA strand, it'll make you stronger. So these tend to be like passives over here, whereas the thing that you're slotting in tends to be actives. So what I'm going to do is I think we've got, let's see here, increase your maximum health by 10. That's not bad. Vigor, increase attack damage by 10% if your health is high. This one over here also gives us more health, and then we have a primary chance, 10% to freeze an enemy if we hit them. Let's go ahead and get the free 10 HP, I guess. Actually, we've got a lot of HP nodes this time. Tons and tons of HP nodes. Does it have a spot where it basically gives you a synopsis of all of the buffs that you've taken on in on a given run? If not, then I would recommend they have that. Maybe a little arrow right here. You click it and it flips out and it tells you your total HP mods, your total like, you know, passive mods, your total chill chance, your total burn chance. All that kind of stuff might be nice to see in one area. This game has multiple levels. You can play them in any order that you like. This is a little dude right here that gives you a quest if you take him into this region with you. I can't do his quest. I've attempted it like 10 times. It's really, really, really hard. Basically, you've got 3 dashes to get through a bunch of like bullet hell puzzles, and your dodges give you iframes, and I can get pretty far into it, but man, I just can't seal the deal. I just can't win it. We'll go off to the left over here. I mean to say right there, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just that the game does have a difficulty curve, and it does have like a learning process. If you don't typically play bullet hell styled games, then some of the challenges may be quite difficult. Let's go ahead, and we've got a FTL style track right here, because where would we be in the world of roguelites without using an FTL style track? You gotta get that in there, otherwise you're just not a real roguelite. Let's see, we've got a top path. Honestly, it goes back over here. Over here, it looks like we get a damage DNA, so I'm going to go for that. We'll go to the contaminated zone. All right, so let's get rocking. Yellow bullets. Yellow bullets cannot be deflected. Oh, my God. Okay, that was a giant death sandworm. Didn't expect that. Never seen that before. I am new to this process. I've already been struck twice, and ideally, heals are incredibly rare in this game. So it's really the kind of game where you don't want to get hit by things if you can help it. But obviously, I have failed that like right at the outset. As I was saying, yellow bullets cannot be deflected. Red bullets can. So you kind of want to find the red bullets, deflect them, and then the yellow bullets, there we go. As you can see, if you time the deflection properly, all bullets will go towards like the nearest enemy, basically, and deal a ton of damage, and then also maybe trigger like your lightning proc, that kind of stuff. Let's go get our red DNA over here on this side and see how we can, oh, we move slowly on this map. Ripperoonies for me, I guess. That smells like terrible Christmas. We do have a lot of bugs and things kind of running up on me right now. I'm going to deflect a bullet right there. Deflect that little guy. We are kind of getting corner trapped right now, which concerns me. There's a lightning strike proc we just got for that deflection. Don't even know what I got hit by right there. Some kind of bug or something, maybe? I don't know. I saw it crawling away after it wounded me in a very disrespectful way. Let's see. If killing an enemy summons a disc that spins around you. If the disc hits an enemy, it deals damage and is destroyed. That sounds pretty cool. Let's get one of those. Where can I put it, though? No, that wasn't really where I wanted it, but, like, okay. More HP's fine. Did it give me a... Oh, it did. It gave me a little 10 HP heal as, like, a little come-up right there. I like it. We can go for a healing node. We've got another healing node coming up over there, though, so maybe I'll get a deflection ability right here. Yeah, let's go for a deflection ability. There's definitely an aspect of this game where you're, like, planning and trying to figure out where you want to go to kind of, like, build a runaround. I'm just going to dash across there real quick because I don't want to get eaten by a giant Shai Halud. All right, let's move over to here, deflect that bullet back at him. As you can see, this game operates at what can really only be described as a breakneck pace. If you're looking for a fast-paced roguelite that has a very, very tight, very solid understanding of itself, this may be something to check out because this is a game that doesn't really shy away from dying to do something like weird and odd, but I think it pays off in the end for the game. Like, I think it definitely comes out the better for it by being as weird as it can possibly be. This right here is a white DNA. What the white DNAs do is they just act as a connector so that you can reach these nodes. They don't give you any particular ability. They don't make you any stronger. They just kind of allow you to extend your reach on the overall grid. I'm going to go for the freeze chance right there because I have found on previous runs that having something that either incapacitates, crowd controls, or slows down the enemy is a really, really good plan. They stack up quite well, too, so I may work my way down to this freeze node right here as I'm going along, but this is a game that actually kind of offers you an unparalleled experience when it comes to building your particular android. The game does not, like, shy away from that. It allows you to be powerful. It allows you to be strong. It allows you to have cool stuff if you plan ahead and build towards that goal. We might have elites inside of here, but that's okay. I'm not that worried about elites. We'll just deflect even more bullets. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of things happening right now. I'm a little bit on sensory overload, but I'll try to persevere. Yeah, I think that deflection looked good right there. I'm okay with it. We can also deflect right here. We can deflect our boomerangs. I haven't actually... There you go. You can deflect your own boomerangs like so to keep them in the air longer. And it is a valid strategy. It tends to work better for me personally when I am fighting against enemies that are, like, solo and alone by themselves. Oh, wow, those two... Wait, what just hit me? I don't even know what just struck me, man. What, did I just get too close to the giant arachnid? Oh, he's got some kind of shield thing going on that we got to break through. All right. If you're wondering, this is money right here. You're going to find shops periodically, and you can spend the money there to get, like, extra parts of your DNA strands. And then this right here is metagame currency that you use to unlock more HP, more damage, increase the drop rate on, like, various DNA strands and things of that nature. Basically smooth out the difficulty curve of the area or of the game via progression. I think they, like, duck low when they take a certain amount of damage, and they become immune. Yeah, that was a nice little deflection right there. Dude, if I could get some chain lightning on some of these... Oh, dude, he struck me. Damage on touch, why? Oh, it wasn't damage on touch. He exploded. We have a lot of things around us right now. Ah, dude, I got greedy. I was trying to get some damage off, but unfortunately it didn't go that way. I gotta remember that those things explode. I don't think that I properly identified that. Oh, they've got a hive over here. Yeah, those things are tough to get away from once they aggro, but it looks like they have a limited aggro. Hey, where's my shield at, bro? I tried to shield that last bullet. Where's it at? I was trying to get my shield going. Ah, dude, they're just like caked all over this thing. I got to get around to a different angle, otherwise I can't damage the hive, and they're just going to keep respawning. Try to stay away a little bit. You do have limited dodges. They are indicated by the pips that are underneath the character's foot right now, in case you were wondering what those were. We do have a good opportunity right there to kill off the hive. Now that it's all finished off, we'll finish off those enemies right there, and it looks like we actually have further crises to deal with. Yeah, further crises, my favorite sort of crises. Normally spawned by my own belligerence and stupidity, but this time just because the game hates me. We got one more spider guy over here. Spider guy wants to bite me and don't know why. Dashing fires a laser to nearby enemy. Deflecting 4 more bullets gives you a 4 more bullets, grants you a shield. Okay, so there is like a combo system with like multi-deflections. However, I like the idea of shooting lasers at enemies. Lasers sound rad. What does that do? Your primary attacks have a chance to put vulnerability on the enemy, which means that they take more damage. Yeah, that sounds okay to me. Let's work our way over to there. I want to stack up some beautiful evil things that I can do for my foes. If you're wondering what the glowing thing is in the bottom left-hand corner, every character has their own limit break that does something different. In the case of this character, I think his limit break allows you to have more boomerangs in the air, I think. I don't remember exactly. Boomerang Fury, you can throw an additional boomerang. Yeah, you get 1 extra boomerang. So it allows you to get like super awesome multi-fire boomerangs. I'm actually finding this level to be a lot harder than some of my other choices. This level's tough. This level's got like a lot going on. We'll go ahead and deflect a bullet right there. Maybe shoot off some lasers and kind of reposition. I don't want to get too trapped up. There we go. Get another bullet off right there. Enemy is down. Oh, we survived long enough. Nice. Sweet. I'm going to need the healing. Let's take the healing node. Healing nodes are going to give you 30 HP back. Oh, it's percentage based. Okay, I've never had an HP increase during one of my runs. And so anyways, I thought it was just 30 HP every single time, but it does scale with any extra HP that you've picked up along the way in accordance with your build. What's that? A viral breach. Initiate combat protocol and eliminate all threats, but it has a higher level of viral contamination than normal. Okay, we did miss out on a lot of upgrades by going on this path, which I'm a little bit bummed out by. Maybe we'll get a couple of white upgrades, though. Maybe we'll get, like, some white strands we can throw in there. All right, we're just going to fight from a distance for right now. And these guys can figure out what it is that they want to do, and once they close the gap, we'll get after them a little bit. That's now dead. Like the soundtrack. The soundtrack's definitely got some womp to it. Anyways, I like the soundtrack. Figured I'd turn it up for a second, let you guys listen to it so that you can hear the creaking and groaning of gritty sort of metal being thrown about. 'Cause I am a metal fan. My favorite band is Megadeth. After that, probably Exodus. And then after that, probably Overkill. And then after that, probably Motorhead. And then like after that, we're probably getting down to like, you know, like 3 Inches of Blood. And like Testament, and like Wasp, And, you know, like maybe a little bit of Skid Row in there. Keep wiping these guys out. Oh, I can't block while all my boomerangs were out. There we go. I want to shoot lightning at people, but they're not letting me shoot the lightnings. There we go. We dropped that room without taking any damage, and actually I'm pretty proud of that because this path seems to be a lot more difficult than my last one, and so I expected to die quickly and explosively here. Yeah, I would like to throw that out. Oh, that's an explosive. Don't want to be near that. We'll go ahead and zip out of the way. The game does give you a lot of mobility to play around with. And so that's an important thing to kind of take into account while you're playing the game. You can deflect the yellow bullets, but I think you have to do like a super perfect deflect. Ah, I took one right there. Bummer, straights to the heads. No yellow node, or I'm sorry, no white nodes, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't really like where you've put me right now. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I'm gonna need the game to respect my personal space for a second. You could do that for me, it would just be magnificent. Oh my god, there are a lot of you over here, aren't there? Yeah, if I wasn't fearing for my life already, I'm fearing for my life now. Oh my god, I gotta stop watching my character and start watching the bullets. I gotta swap myself into, like, hardcore bullet hell mode. I don't normally play bullet hells too much, but I may have to brush off those old skills. You guys down yet? I need you guys to be down, doobie-doo, down, comma, comma. That's what I need you to be. Over here, we have a chance to get a red mote, maybe. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I would like to see a little bit more variation in the level templates. It's not like a huge deal, but like, how come the worm doesn't eat him, man? Is the worm androidcist? This worm don't like androids, bro. He's against androids. I am deeply offended. What did androids ever do to you? Just a little robot trying to cure diseases, make the world a better place. Yeah, I probably get a little deflection off right there. There you go. Walk into it, brother. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Getting a little hectic right there. Honestly shocked that I didn't take any damage. Giant worm. I need to kill a few little bug guys over here. If you could just grant me passage into your realm, great and powerful lava worm, that I might vanquish the skyoctopus. Well, we got one right there. What we want to do with it, I don't really know. We could take the frailty, which increases our damage dealt by like 8 or 9 on impact. So like 16 on rotation as it hits, pierces, and comes back. It's pretty good. Probably what I'll do. I think that was my initial plan. What does that do? Enfeebling bullets. Your bullets have a chance to apply weakness to the enemy. Oh, and while they have weakness on them, they can't fire unblockable bullets. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit spicy. That might be a stat that's worth stacking up. Yeah, let's go over here. We're almost at the boss where I can virtually assure you I'm going to, like, catastrophically die. But the game is pretty good. It's not necessarily the kind of game that I play in the world of roguelites, but it is a game that, like, the quality shines through and the original kind of uniqueness of the idea shines through. Even though it's not really a game that I personally would be into, there's definitely people out there that would be into this. Like, this is definitely barking up the right tree for a certain type of top-down bullet hell gamer. And so anyways, I did want to do an episode on it because I haven't seen anything yet that's particularly poorly... Oh, giant millipedes, huh? Yeah, there was 2 more of them. They're going to add on in, like, phase things are going to happen. And then I'm going to have to fight, like, a lot of them at once, huh? Yeah, we probably want to deflect about as many of these as we possibly can. I'm going to stay close. I don't know if it's a good idea. But we do have some solid damage going off on him right now, of which I'm happy. Yeah, give me a little bit more lightning on him. Health is going down. Dude, I thought his health went back up for a second, but I don't think that it did. Oh, the other ones are helping him out now. Okay. He called in the Milla squad, dude. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Oh, that's not great. Okay. I thought oh my god. I thought the other one was just going to kind of act in a support capacity. But no, he actually, like, jumped in. Fair enough. I would like to stay moving. Love this track. Wow, Big In Flames vibes. That's what it sounds like to me. It definitely sounds like kind of Old In Flames. And now they're bringing in kind of the Dimmu Borgir influences. Okay, I'm going to, like, not be where you're at because that was the worst. And I need to, like, eliminate one of these about as soon as possible. There's like, some kind of chrysalis thing falling from the ceiling. There's 3 of them now. My life is getting more and more and more complicated as this carries on. I'm being chased again. Can you guys do me a favor and just, like, die? Like, I don't think this is personal, but it's getting towards the realm of personal. You guys seem to have, like, a very, very long docket of reasons why you hate me and you want me to die. All right, so we got through the level on the first try. Not too bad, not too bad. Apparently, we've got a new character. And it tells you we've got to beat any boss 10 times to get that character. Sounds good, not bad. Don't be alarmed, I'm Venator the Hunter. I've been keeping a close eye on you. You definitely can hold against these visceral creatures. You have no idea how many they've killed. Don't worry, when you've appeared, these beasts focus their attention on you and stop chasing everyone else, which made my job easier as well. Here's a token of my gratitude. This is a core extractor. If you use it right after incapacitating beasts, it will allow you to take part of their core before they begin regenerating. I've seen you assimilate with the cores from smaller creatures. This will allow you to do the same with these. I'm curious to see what will happen. Oh, and it goes into my grid, huh? All right, let's get some more HP over here. Using the active ability surrounds you with a shell of stone, making you invincible for a short period of time. And we got a little bit more HP, too, I think. Yeah, a little bit more stacked up. I guess we're out of here? Yeah, there it is. We managed to pull it off. Oh, cool. That gives you, like, a fat heal in between runs, too. I don't know if it's got, like, a missing soundtrack right there. Or, I'm sorry, a missing sound effect right there, but it feels like it should have made, like, a shoom-shoom noise. Let's just go left or right. There's a little green-looking level over here. I like the idea of kind of a green marine level. I'm not a big lava level guy, but I do enjoy ocean levels. Like, I live by the beach. The beach is like 10 minutes from me. You know what I mean? Like, grew up by the beach. I like the ocean. I like the water. My family is Hawaiian, which further exacerbates the obsession with the ocean. Not bad. Ooh, this track's good. Okay. Hit me with it. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Me gusta. Oh, apparently we don't want to be inside the booger slime. Apparently the old snot river is not conducive to us continuing to be healthy. Who would have ever guessed that a Mucinex pond would cause such awful problems for me? I don't like these big guys jumping around, man. I'll probably just move around a little bit. Find places where I can sort of like isolate. There we go. Get a couple of bullets off on them. Get some deflections in. Probably go like so. Get a little bit of lightning damage. If we can drop a few more and thin the herd here, I think we'll be all right. There we go. I think we've only got that one left. Perfect. And then we got a blue connector right there. Very nice. So this is going to make our deflection better. So killing an enemy generates a mark underneath you. Deflecting in the direction of the mark fires a laser in that direction. Bombs spawn periodically around the room and can be deflected. This one can hurt me, though, too. So basically, big red mines will start flying around the grid, and you've got to deflect them away from yourself and into enemies. But if you mess it up, it's an extra source of damage. So effectively, this is adding more enemies to the grid, but I can use those enemies to AoE explode my enemies if I can avoid getting AoE exploded myself. We can move towards this other frost node over here, and I do like lasers. So we'll move over towards this other frost node so that we have a 20% chance to freeze an enemy when we hit them. Okay, throw it at me. Let's see what's going on here. Definitely getting kind of like Killing Floor vibes out of the music now, which honestly was one of my favorite games until it became just a microtransaction fest. It's one of those things where Tripwire said they would never add microtransactions, and then they just leaned full on into it, and I felt betrayed. What you got for me, little buggies? What you got for me? There you go. Taste my lightning. And as you can see, like, builds can really come together in this game and get strong. Like, we've got lasers flying all over the place. We've got bullets being deflected. We're throwing boomerangs. Like, oh, I walked right into that one. I had no excuse on that one. I was going to try to make an excuse, you know, because I'm, like, naturally like a, but it wasn't me kind of person, you know, like, you got to do, like, the high pitch, like, but what did I do? You know, you got to do, like, that voice right there. Hey, we got a connector. That's nice. It only goes in one direction, which is kind of a bummer. But we can use it. I mean, that doesn't really help me too much. It gets me the frost node, but it doesn't advance me in other directions. We've got another health node up there. We've got another frost node right there that actually makes the frost last longer, so that's good. Sorry. Had a little hiccup right there. I engorged myself on default ruffles before I recorded this video. But yeah, Deflector. I don't really have a whole lot of complaints. I think that the impacts from your boomerang could have kind of like a chunkier kind of like sound to them, like a more metallic sound to them, and it could be a little bit more satisfying hitting the enemies with the boomerang. But aside from that, the soundtrack is great, the idea is great. This is a tremendously unique roguelike that I think I would probably recommend to anybody that's a fan of visceral gameplay that is highly skill-based, is highly observation-based, allows you to make your own cool custom builds that are never the same 2 times in a row, constantly unlock new things. I don't really have a whole lot to say here that I don't like about the game. It's very, very good, and this is just early access. It's not even done. I will show you some of the metagame stuff real fast by throwing my character into the booger lake. There we go. I guess this is probably more of like a pond. The booger pond. Anyways, we'll booger pond ourselves to death here, and I'll show you the progression system real fast so that you can get an idea for whether or not that's going to be your flavor of gameplay. Let's go ahead and continue. And over here, I didn't unlock the other guy because I got to kill 10 bosses, but I can show you some of the examples. So we have the Slasher over here. He's got a sword. We have the Spark, and it looks like we also have the Gunslinger. Oh, the Gunslinger is unlocked. When did I unlock the Gunslinger? Was it on that last run? I thought it said to defeat any boss 10 times. Your gun is a laser. Oh, well, I got to try that now. Your gun has reduced range, but has 3 bullets. Your gun has excellent rate of fire, but bad damage. Oof. Yeah, let's have a laser. Let's do that. That sounds sick. I got to take this guy back on in. But as far as the progression goes, we've got DNA. We can use that over here to unlock, like, we get more heals when we go to a healing node. We can get it so that things are cheaper at shops. We've got stuff that gives us a higher chance to get drops at the end of missions and stuff like that when we clear a room. A lot of it's very, very linear. It doesn't like give you more damage or give you more HP or anything else like that. Instead, it's kind of stuff that affects the flow of gameplay and makes the game a little bit more generous with you as you go through. Over here, you can unlock new technologies that you can slot into your DNA that will come up in the rotation. As an example, lightning was what I got out of here when I put stuff into it. Let's put some points in over here. When entering a room, you get a shield that blocks incoming damage for a couple of seconds. If it remains intact, it explodes, releasing a wave that deflects nearby bullets. Okay. Probably take another weapon. Your main weapon has a chance to deflect bullets. Very nice. That's actually probably good for the Slasher. And you can kind of see, like, synergies coming with the various characters and the way that they play. Oh, we've got another guy over here, too. I want to see what this robot does. That's what I want to see. Because gun characters are kind of always my favorite. Does his gun have no sound effect? It kind of does, a little bit. So it's basically a Diablo 3 style death ray, or like a Torchlight style death ray. Gotcha. We have like a battery. Is there anywhere on screen where we can see that battery? Huh. Well, let's take a weapon upgrade. Lightning strike, so if we deflect stuff, piercing bullets, your bullets go through enemies. Lightning strike seemed to work out really well for us last time, so I'm going to take that. We've got damage deflected from bullets is increased by 15% if you're wounded. Primary attacks have a 10% chance to put weakness on the enemy. That could limit the amount of yellow bullets on the field, and that sounds great. I would prefer to do that. Let's try out this direction. I will take this little guy with me, even though I can't do his challenge. and like I'm struggling with it. There is dialogue, there is storyline. Just be forewarned that the game is not done. So there are like placeholder things in the game right now that are not like quite there yet. All right, let's see how this laser gun does. Oh, he's got kind of like his shield is kind of like an airburst, like the pyro from TF2. I like it. I like how the shields are different on every character too, not just the weapons. That's a nice touch. That right there adds much, much needed diversity to a game. Oh yeah, that's an attack. Yep, that's okay, but I can't shield and break my shielding animation. Okay. Ow. Okay, all right. They were rotating. I didn't think they would be rotating, but they were rotating. Fair enough. We've got some laser gates over here. Oh, I got hit again. Okay. I don't like getting hit. I would rather not. Yeah, let's just kind of like be over here. I've got range, so I might as well play to it. There we go. Little white node right there that we can move on over to... God, I don't know. Oh, increases your attack damage by 2% whenever you complete a room. That's actually a really good upgrade. This run might be a winner if I can focus on taking elite paths. But my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had Deflector. Like I said, I feel like just the impact could be a little bit better from the weapons when you're hitting enemies. Something a little bit more chunky, something a little bit more gooey, something a little bit more, you know, like with a little bit of punch to it. What's his special ability? What does his special ability do? Oh, he puts down a turret. That's pretty rad. I always like turret deploying characters. Okay, well, anyways, that's really my only observation, is that I think that enemies, when you shoot them or you hit them with a boomerang, it could be chunkier and, like, more metallic and more zappy in the case of the zap gun that we're using right here, the Ghostbusters gun. But other than that, everything else seems to be really well thought out. It seems to be a really cool, really well-designed game. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for hanging out with me and sharing your time with me. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye, everybody.